Okay. Hi guys. Thanks for coming and spending your Tuesday evening with us. You guys see that I'm like headed for bed after this. Looking great, right? But I'm super excited for this and just to be bringing back host to post trainings every Tuesday night. So these are going to be every Tuesday night this time, and they're going to be different every single week. So sometimes we're going to be doing rising leaders like we are tonight, and sometimes we're going to be doing VIPs and above. It really doesn't matter because we all have so much to bring to the table, and that is why I'm truly just so excited to be doing these. So you're going to hear from 5 girls tonight who are just killing it with their businesses, and also just putting enrollments aside, because I want us to take a step back and not focus on enrollments and instead focus on what amount of work you are doing and putting into your business to be successful. Because at the end of the day, putting in the work is what is going to create those results. I don't want to reward just signing customers and signing distributors. I really want to award and show each and every one of you guys tonight that just by putting in the work and hustling, that is what's going to help you be successful. We all know that with hard work, booming and results are going to come. And so I'm just really, really excited for this. You're going to hear from Michelle, Kayla, Cassandra, Presley, and then Siuila. She's on my team, but I freaking suck at saying names, so don't even listen to me. Okay, but I'm really excited. So first we're gonna go ahead and start with Kayla. Kayla, can you unmute yourself and just tell us a little bit about you, your business, your story, and all that really fun stuff? Maybe. Oh, looks like she hopped off. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna go. Oh, Kayla.
No, just
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now I can.
Okay, I had my stupid AirPods in. I guess these don't work. Okay, so we're good. We're Gucci. Whoopsie, hot mess always. Hi, I'm Kayla. Welcome everyone. I'm super excited for this. So I started this business. It will be 3 years in July, which is crazy. So weird. And my highest rank has been a double diamond. I don't like to introduce myself as a double diamond anymore because I have lost rank, you guys. And that's totally okay to admit. And I think that, you know, that's definitely part of my journey that I love to share, because I feel like a lot of people, you hear, oh, I went ruby in 3 weeks and I went triple in this and da-da-da. But sometimes you guys are going to lose rank, and that's okay. It doesn't make you a failure. It doesn't make you less than. It doesn't mean that you're not ever going to get that rank back, and it doesn't mean that you're not worthy of getting that rank back. So my highest rank in this company is double diamond, but right now that is not the case, and that's okay. But what I will tell you guys that when I was going double, host to post is the reason, since this is mainly about host to post and host to post training. Host to post is the reason why I went double, you guys. My 2 main tips for you people who really want to promote and you want to promote quick, because my team, the month that I went double, my team alone brought in 8,000 volume that month. And so it's totally possible, because I feel like sometimes you see your promotion and you see that GB and you go, there's no way in hell I can get that GB, because I thought the same thing. And the last 5 days of the month I was going double, my team and I brought in, I think it was the last 5 days, I think we brought in like 3,500 volume, or it was almost 5,000 GB we brought in the last 5 days of the month. It was insanity. But the 2 reasons why that happened was, the first one is host to post. And the second reason is I shouted my promotion from the rooftops, you guys. I was every day counting down the number of orders till I had to get that promotion. So I counted down, and this is going to be a tip too for you guys, because this is what really helped me, is you guys got to see it. You have to see the numbers, because if you're just looking at, oh, holy shit, I have 10,000 volume to go triple, that's a scary, scary, scary number to look at. Because, you know, at least for me, I think, okay, when I see that volume, I think I'm going to do it. I don't put anyone, you know, I don't put anyone else out. I don't look at my chart and say, oh, okay, my ruby will bring in her volume. My emerald will bring in her volume. I always look at my volume and I go, okay, I got to bring in 10,000 volume. So if you're that type of person, you know, yeah, exactly. 1,000 is scary. You're looking at that, you're like, what? 1,500? I can't do that, because a freaking cleanse is 36 BV. You're like, there's no way. So what I did was I broke it down by triple threat orders, because I knew that I could upsell triple threat orders. If you're not that comfortable and confident yet, break it down by cleanse orders, break it down by coffee orders. Y'all, I'm telling my whole team, Starbucks and Dunkin' is closed. It's closed. Everything's closed. People need their coffee, okay? Like, I need my coffee. I know I can't live without coffee for a day. Like, people need their coffee. Everywhere is closed, all right? So if you're not selling samples, I don't know what you're doing. But anyways, that's not here or there, okay? But break it down by what you're comfortable selling. If you know I could sell keto coffee to a freaking brick wall, then break it down by that BV. So that's what I did. I took my volume number that I wanted to get and I broke it down by the BV. And so let's just say, for purposes, you're trying to go ruby, which is 2,000 volume, right? So if you have 2,000 volume, and let's say you're like, you know what, I got this. I'm going to do triple threat orders. I can do this. This is going to be lit. So triple threat orders, the ones that I sell, are the TFX, the coffee, and the cleanse, which comes out to around 111 BV. So if you did 2,000 divided by 111, so that's 18 triple threat orders, you guys. 18 triple threat orders for the month. So that's what I knew, like, I had to get, or that's what you know that you have to get if you want to go ruby. And so I broke it down and I'm like, 18 for the whole month. There's 31 days or 30 days. I could do that. That's less than one order a day. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about it like that, and then you even break it down even further, and let's say you, Sally, Karen, and Melissa are all working, that's 4 people. That's 4 of you guys. You know what I'm saying? So if you divide 18 divided by 4, all you got to do, each of you, is bring in 4 triple threat orders. I know, good, go Karen, man. We always shit on Karen, so let's get Karen up in here, okay? But so that's only 4 triple threat orders. Like, you think about that and you're like, I only have to get 4 people to order for me for the whole month. That's so doable, you guys. And then how are you going to do that? If you're thinking, okay, I got the numbers, I did the math, I only need 4 triple threat orders this month. Me, Sally, Karen, and Melissa, we only need 4 triple threat orders each. Now, how are we going to do that? Who are we going to message? And that's where host to post comes in. Because, you know, I know people have their whatever biases about cold messaging. I'm not even going to go into that, but I like cold messaging. I like reaching out to people. I think, you know, I think it's being social. You know, if you add someone on Instagram, if you add someone on Facebook, and you go stalk them for a little bit, it's like, you know what I think of it? I think of it as like friendship dating. That's what I think of this business as, okay? We're friendship dating, all right? Like, I like your profile. You're gorgeous. You're pretty. I'm liking your stuff. I'm commenting on your stuff, and I'm going to slide into your DMs, okay? So we're friendship dating, all right? That's what I think about this as. And so if I like your profile and I want to message you, I'm going to message you. That's just it. But so that's my thing on cold messaging. I know a lot of people have their, yes, Tinder for friends. Yes. I know a lot of people have their things, but that's how I think about it as. So you, who did I say? Sally, Karen, Melissa, y'all are like, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. So you guys are going to start host to posting for people, or you guys are going to start messaging for people to host to post for you. And how you're going to do that is you're going to go to, I normally just use Facebook. I know some people have migrated over to Instagram for host to posting. I know that works really well for my upline Taylor. And it's worked really well for other people because a lot of people view your stories. But for me, I personally just use Facebook for host to posting. So what we're going to do is you're just going to make a status and you're going to say, because we do weekly giveaways as a team, you guys, and we do, you know, ranging from $100 to $350, whatever it may be. But you're just going to create a very simple status and you're going to say, drop your favorite donut in the comments for an entry into my $350 giveaway, or tell me what you're watching on Netflix right now for an entry into my $350 giveaway. And then everyone who comments on that, you're going to message them and you're going to say, hey, thank you so much for your comment on my giveaway. I'm so excited to be, you know, giving back. All you have to do to get an entry into this giveaway is post something to your wall for me. How does that sound? And 9 times out of 10 people are going to be like, yep, that's amazing. Love it. Cool. And then you're just going to send them what to post on your timeline. And then they post that for you and boom, that's host to post. And that's how you're going to get, you know, customers, distributors, whatever you want. So host to posting is crucial, and it's how I promoted to Double Diamond when I went, because my team was on fire with host to post, you guys. We got up at least 10 a day, me and my leaders who were really hustling and really working. And it was what got us customer after customer after customer, because you already know that they're interested. So you don't have that nervousness of, oh, I don't know if I should message this person. I don't want to like annoy them. I don't want to spam them. I don't, you know, want to come off as desperate or needy. But when you have people host to post for you and you get those comments of everyone being like, I'm interested, I'm interested, I'm interested, you already know that they're interested. And so that's the easiest in to slide into their DMs and be like, hey, I saw your comment on Susie's post about, you know, my coffee. I can't wait to tell you more. Like, is now a good time to chat? And the next tip that I'll give you guys with host to posting is, once you're in someone's DMs, send voice messages, you guys. I know it's scary, and I know some of you guys are like, you funny girl, I'm not doing that. But send voice messages, okay? Because people will hear your excitement. They'll know that you're a real person. And it's okay if you have kids in the background, or your dog starts barking, or you say or the word like every 5 seconds. It's okay, because you're a real person, and we all do that. And so sending voice messages is the best way to get super personal with your clientele. And, you know, you want to have that conversation with them, because you want to open it up. You don't want to seem like you're just in it for a sale, or once you get the sale, it's like, okay, peace out, I'm never talking to you again. You know what I'm saying? You want to have that relationship with them, and building that relationship is what's going to give you the longevity of people ordering more than one time. So once you get into those DMs, you send those voice messages, it's so much easier to seal the deal as well. So that would be my 3 main tips for you guys who are promoting, is actually 4. My 4 main tips for you guys who are promoting and who just want to bring in a lot of volume is, number 1, break it down by math. Get that big number that you want to hit. You want to bring in 1,000 GV, you want to bring in 2,000 GV, 5,000 GV, 10,000 GV, whatever that number may be. Get that number and break it down by the math. Break it down by what product you know you can sell. Because we have so many different products, you guys. Pick like 3 of your favorites and sell the crap out of those 3 products. Don't get overwhelmed in your head thinking you have to market every single product that we have. Pick your favorite 3, market the shit out of them, and then, you know, and get confident in those 3 different products. So break your shit down by math and get what you have to get your leaders together, get your group together, and that would be my first tip for you guys. My second tip is then shout your break your shit down my mouth. Yes. My second tip would be to shout your promotion out from the rooftops, you guys. Every time I sold a triple threat order, I would say, thank you so much to, and I would tag that person in my post so people know I wasn't, you know, BSing them. And I would say, thank you so much for, to blah, blah, blah for ordering the triple threat. I'm so excited for you. And then every time I would post that, I would put my before and afters in the comments of that post. And I would count down every single order. And I'd say, I'm only 36 orders away from my promotion. I'm only 5 orders away from my promotion. I'm only 2 orders away. And I got people, my ex-boyfriend's twin brother ordered from me the month I was promoting. Because he was like, girl, I just want to see you get this bonus. I'm like, Okay, I haven't talked to you in like 2 years, but okay. And he ordered keto energy. So it's just like, shout it out, you guys. People are watching whether they're liking or commenting on your posts. I promise you they're watching. So once you've broken it down by math, you've shouted out your promotion to the rooftops, you're counted down your orders, then you're going to start host posting with your team, and you're going to duplicate this with your team members, you guys. It's not just going to be you, okay? It's got to be you and your team, and you're going to teach your team how to do this. And you're going to lead by example, because that's the number one thing you have to do as a leader. And I don't care if you have 1 team member on your team or 5,000 team members on your team. You are a leader in this business. And so you have to lead by example, especially if you're going for a promotion. So get your team members together, get you guys in a group chat, whatever it has to be, and get those host to posts out. And then once you are host to posting, my 4th tip and trick is voice messaging. You guys have to sound personable. You have to be excited, energetic. You know, it doesn't matter if you don't know what the hell you're talking about. People are going to buy your energy and your enthusiasm before they buy the product. Okay, they're going to buy into you before they ever think about purchasing a product or joining the business. So if you come to them and you're personable and you're just excited, people love excitement. And they're like, oh, she's excited. What she's talking about, you know? And so they're gonna be drawn to you, and they're gonna be drawn to your excitement. And so that is my insight, my knowledge, and that's all I got for y'all this wonderful Tuesday evening.
Hey, thanks so much. No, guys, that was all so good. It was actually a year ago tonight that Kayla promoted to double. And it was so funny because she was actually, like she said, promoting it, like talking about it so much. Like, we were friends on Facebook, but we weren't friends in real life yet. So weird. All over social media, she was like 10, orders away. But like, I swear on the 31st, she was like 25 orders away or something like that. And I texted my friend at like midnight. And I was like, so did she hit or what? And then they were like, I don't know. We'll see. Next morning, when she finally freaking wakes up.
Because I was up till 3 a.m. My e-suite didn't change until 3 a.m., bro. I was sweating. I called Taylor and I'm like, bro, it's not changing. Like, it did not change. The system did not change. And then I slept in.
Yes. But the whole point, and what I want you guys to take away from this, is that that same month was when my team and I promoted to double two. But because I saw how hard she worked in her hustle and everything, that is actually when I personally reached out to her and I was like, hey, so like, I know you're trying to go triple and like, I'm trying to go triple. So like, you want to be accountability partners. And all of her tips and everything is truly what helped not only me grow as a leader, but helped our team hit triple. Our team hit triple that May. And, so all her tips are really true. Take them to heart and truly put them into your business, and you're going to see your business completely take off. Thank you so much, Kayla. I loved all of that. So nice to see you back on Zooms again. Thank you for coming. Okay, so we are going to now hear from Michelle. Michelle, can you unmute yourself? Just tell us a little bit about you, your business, your story, and all that kind of fun stuff.
Hey, everyone. Yes, of course. Okay, so first of all, Cami, thank you for doing this. So I joined a little over a year ago, February of last year. I am a full-time teacher, except right now with all this craziness going on, I feel like all I do is eat and watch Netflix and just hang out on my phone. If you guys have watched The Tiger King, drop a 1, because everybody has to watch it in their spare time because it's literally the most bizarre show, but you will love it. Okay, I see all of you guys have watched it. Yes. Okay, so I actually did not start doing host to post when I joined. I think it was just like too overwhelming for me, and I was like, I don't even know the business yet. Like, I felt like I had to figure out everything with the business before I could go and do host to post. But the second I started doing host to post, it was like so good. I think I was so worried about being perfect when I was doing it. and I wanted to have it all figured out before I actually like did it. So I watched so many people do it prior to me doing it, because I was like, I can't do that. Like, how am I supposed to tell other people to post for me when like I didn't even feel confident in it? But I think by doing it, you just get more confident. And then I would say, then, okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought looking at all your guys' comments. Okay. So I would say one thing that has definitely helped me would be, I'm so green. So like I have to have a, like a to-do list. So our team just started like a challenge. And we actually have this awesome thing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it tells you guys your host to post. So we do a certain number of loyal customers, a certain number of DTs, and a certain number of the giveaway post, which has been so good for me because I write everything down. So it's like a checklist for me. So right now I focus on 10 host to post a day. And if someone would have told me like, hey, do 10 host to post a day for the next 35 days, I would have been like, hell no. Like there's no way I can do that many. But the fact that I have this paper and like, I seriously am not going to bed until I get this done. Like I didn't allow myself to have a glass of wine last night until I got this done. So like, it's just been so good for me. So good for me to like have this and like make myself do it and see that I do it. And like, it helps me just to see what I've done. Yes, the tracker is so good. Another thing I think that has been so good for me is I never posted about the giveaway. Like I would never have other people post about the giveaway for me. I only had them post about the opportunity or the products. But since now we had to do 2 giveaway posts, I think that's been a game changer, because not only has it allowed me to grow my network, like without even trying, all those people that comment on that, then that just like automatically helps me grow my network without people I even know. So that has been huge for me. What else did I say? I do most of my host posts on Facebook, but I do find that posting about the opportunity on my Instagram story has been so good. So I have like a little, I use the same graphic on everything for my story. So when people see it, they just know, and it has my number on it. So I've had, I found that like my stories work better for opportunity events in the Instagram. So that's been good. Also, I've got this tip from Kelsey, so this credit goes to her. But I found that too, when I'm having people do host a post for me, I'm saying something like, what she said, with all the craziness going on, is there anything that I can pray about you with, like right now? So instead of just feeling like I'm like cold messaging, it kind of makes it more like personal and just like that I care about them. And then it gives me a second to pray for them. And it just makes them more willing to post for me, because I'm kind of like helping them as well. It doesn't make me feel like I'm just like asking them to do something for me, because I'm doing something for them as well. So that's been huge. And then another thing I think that's been really good is I hate you, is to find an accountability partner who's going for the same rank as you, because since we all do things differently, it's super good to talk to someone that's going for the same rank and using what they're using. So like going off of each other, finding things that are working for them. Maybe if I feel like I'm not getting enough feedback on a post, maybe I try one of their posts that they've gotten really good feedback from, and kind of just using that. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys.
I love that. So what I want to ask you is, this is such a fun question for me to ask. So you said you didn't start doing host to post right away. So what was that like, not necessarily like a full on come to Jesus moment, but what was that moment that made you finally just be like, okay, I'm going to try it?
I think for me, a part of me was like, oh, I don't need other people to post for me, like kind of thing. Like I didn't want to ask them to do something for me, kind of like I felt not bad making them post for me, but just kind of like, oh, I don't need their help. But like it's made it so much easier. And it's not that we need their help, but it just takes so much pressure off of us, because most people are willing. Like I just didn't want to ask the question. I didn't want to be like, hey, can you post this for me? But like 9 times out of 10, if I'm asking someone, they're going to post, because it's really not that hard to post on your wall. Like people are posting the stupidest shit. Like you know, and it's giving them a free entry into a giveaway. So like, I think it's more just, it was just like my fear of like saying like, hey, can you post this for me? And like not worrying if they say no, because it's not that big of a deal if they say no. But then giving them the opportunity to be blessed with the money or whatever we are offering at the time.
Yeah, I love that. And if any of you are on this Zoom, you are going to be able to relate to me in the sense of this, of drop a 3 in the chat if you are somewhat new, or maybe you're not new, but you've been in your business a while, but you get really nervous to message, like not necessarily cold message, but message and ask people to host posts for you that, you know, haven't commented on a post, or message, ask people to be product testers, or message and ask people if they want to, you know, if they would like, you know, doing what you do, blah, blah, blah. Kelsey can test to this. Kelsey enrolled me. I would not do it. I've always been that person who sucked. Some people don't like to do host posts when they first start. I sucked at just messaging people in general. Anybody who knows me knows this. And so I used to be nervous. I used to think people would be so annoyed, all the things. And so that's why she ain't lying. She tried me the first day. She told me to create a 30s list and message them. You think I did it? No. Okay, I'm going to just be honest. I created the list, but I didn't message anybody. But what I started doing right away was host a post, and that is truly what I think just boomed the business. Because what in my head, what I thought was, okay, these people can post for me. These people can, you know, do all these things for me. I can tap into all these other people's networks. If somebody posts for you for the first time about a product and they got 3,000 friends, that's 3,000 people that you're going to introduce a product to without even being friends with them. Okay? You get 10 people to do that. That is, what is that? Something homie. Is it 30,000? Okay, it's 30,000 people. 30,000 people in one day that you're going to be reaching out to that you're not even friends with. Okay? No, I'm not green. Not at all. Negative. Speaking of task list, this is my task list for the day. I got it all done, but I checked off 3 things, and Michelle is like cringing right now. Michelle's like, girl. No, I make the list so that I can like, because I'm so blue, so that I'm like, focus, Cami. But this host a post is going to really help you with your business if you're scared, nervous, etc., because you don't have to do that. And the beauty of this, and why I'm so passionate with this, is because you're going to be working smarter, not harder. You're not killing yourself. If you truly just want to add people to your network that, you know, either need money, need a business opportunity, need to lose some weight, etc., in all forms, you are not losing out. But you're adding to your network, you're having people post for you, and they're interested in what you have to offer. So you're working smarter, not harder. But I loved all that. Thank you so much, Michelle. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to Presley. Presley, can you go ahead and unmute yourself, girlfriend? Tell us your story, a little bit about you, and just introduce yourself to us.
What's up, guys? So I'm super hyped to be on this. I'm actually super nervous, so hopefully I don't stumble over my words. I'm a mom. I have 2 little crazy boys. I joined the business a little over a year ago. Took me a whole entire year to join, though, and Kelsey knows this. So host a post, if I could scream this louder, my son's sleeping next to me, is fire, okay? Like, it has literally, so I got 2 like LCs in a day, like distributors, like people just flooding into my inbox that I didn't even know would be there. Like I never really hacked in the beginning. I mean, I did a little bit, but I just wasn't, I'm like, oh, I'll do it here and there. Like, it'll be fine. But then, you know, I'm like, okay, I have to be more consistent if it's going to work. And then I still didn't. And then honestly, like Cami, the host of post queen, has like given us so many good tips that it's just, with this tracker, it's just keeping me like going on messaging, and it makes me like, okay, I have 2 more boxes. Okay, let me get 2 more. Next thing you know, I have 10 more people. Like, and then I have some for the next day, or I have people messaging me the next day, you know, and I know everyone's like, yes, these trackers are bomb. So thank you for that. So let's see. So my system, it's just the tracker right now. Like, I don't really have like a system that I follow. But I definitely have like found a lot of new friends through all my hosted posts. And then like what Michelle was saying, doing the 2 giveaways. Like if you guys aren't doing that, you definitely need to do that, because I started doing the 2 giveaway posts, like having someone post about your giveaway, and like the fun ones, the donuts and the pizza and the snacks and everything that's going on, or what are you watching, like the whole Tiger King thing. It's actually like on my TV right now. And I've been seeing like so much more interaction. I think it's just because everyone's home right now. So this is the time, I feel like the best time to be doing your hosted posts, because everyone's looking for stuff to do, like online, on Facebook. They're bored, they're scrolling, they need money. Like I know I need money right now. I work in a restaurant too, so I'm a server. So I'm not working, my boyfriend's not working, and host a post is definitely working. So if you guys are afraid to do it, just don't be, because I used to be super nervous too. Like I still am, to message new people and new friends if I haven't talked to them. I'm not the best at interacting. But host a post literally invites you into their inbox. Like you have them host a post and people are commenting. That's an invitation for you to message those people and to add them, to your network. So, I mean, I don't even know what else to say. I'm like sweating because host a post has done so much for me in the past like week. It's insane.
So was it with this challenge that, because you're killing it right now, that was when you kind of started doing host a post consistently, or were you doing it in the past also?
No, definitely this challenge for sure. And then I don't know, just something. I was talking to Gabby about this earlier. I'm like, I don't know what is going on, but I mean, obviously everyone has their seasons too. So I feel like for me, I feel like this is my season. So it's just, it's a lot of things just kind of coming together. And then with this challenge too, it definitely gives you like, I mean, I'm not making lists and checking things off and doing stuff like that, but this tracker definitely helps me do that. So it kind of keeps me organized, keeps me, because usually I was like, oh, let me scroll back to my 1,000 messages and see who posted for me. But really I can just look at this paper and I'm like, oh, this person did. Or if you write them all down, then you can follow up with the people that didn't post for you yet that said they would. So that's definitely been a huge help too.
Yes. So if you guys don't know, since we haven't touched on this yet tonight, what we are talking about, the challenge, is it's just a host a post daily challenge. And so it's going to come with a tracker like this. It's in the 2020 focus group. If you just look up 35-day host post challenge, you can see it in there. If you haven't started yet, I'm going to allow everybody to go ahead and start whenever you start. And as long as you don't miss more than 5 days, you get the big group prize at the end. But what it is it's 6 product posts, 2 giveaway, and 2 distributor. Okay. And we keep it super simple for everybody. You do 10 a day minimum. If you love DT host a post, or if you love product host a post, or maybe you just love giveaway host post, whatever, do more of them. But make sure you are getting that minimum of 10 up every single day, and just doing it consistently is what is really going to help you with your business. And what I love about host a post in a time like now is that it is, there's always uncertainty around us. And here's the thing, there's always uncertain, you guys know what I'm trying to say, around us at all times. Okay. Nothing is ever guaranteed in our lives, our businesses, nothing. Okay. But right now it's just we're just a little bit more aware of it. But what you can control in your business, and why I love that we're doing this Zoom tonight, is because we're not basing success on how many LCs or how many DTs you are mass enrolling every month. What we are truly basing success on is what are you doing every single day that you can control, okay? Because you can't control necessarily how many LCs and DTs you're signing, but you can control what you are doing to get the results that you desire or that you need, or whatever it might be, okay? And here's the thing too, doing it consistently is what is going to bring you results. I'm such a true believer that if you think the host a post isn't working for you, it might just flat out be that you're just not, you haven't done it enough. But it's 2 things. You're not doing it enough, or you're not having the right people do it. Okay. And that's why I love giveaway host to post. And something that, if I'm just being very honest with, is if you see people, like if you get a mass amount of comments on a giveaway host to post, which is just having somebody host a post about the giveaway for you. If you get a crap ton of comments on that, but you see people that comment that have like 50 friends, like let's just be logical here, have like 50 friends, or, you know, not the best page that you wouldn't really want, because you got to protect your space. You got to protect your space, okay? You got to protect your network too. So be cautious. I'm not saying only add certain people, but you can, this is your business too. You can also pick and choose who you want to have host a post for you. Okay. But I challenge you all, do a minimum of 10 host a posts every day. Keep a variety, do it for a full month. Okay. It takes 21 or 28 days. I don't know, something like that, to create a habit. Do it consistently every single day. Come to me and tell me that it did not help your business in one way, shape, or form. And I'm not talking mass enrolling. Tell me it did not help your business. Tell me it did not help up your distributor enrollments, up your LC enrollments. I'm not saying enroll 60 a month, but I'm saying, did you enroll more than you did last month because you introduced host posts? Come to me then. Tell me it did not improve your business, and I will pay you $1 million. Okay. I'm just kidding. But that's how confident I am in host to post. And if I'm I'm very vulnerable and honest too. When promoting months are happening, all the different things are coming on. The one thing that even without all the lack of sleep I got, all these kinds of things, the one thing I made sure I did every single day was I got 10 product host to post up every day. This was before distributor and giveaway. I made it a non-negotiable. When I was working full-time and I was a full-time student, I didn't care. I didn't go to bed till 1, 2 a.m. sometimes, and I would get up at 5 or 6 the next morning and go to work. I didn't care, because it was worth it to me, because I knew that if I put in the work, the results would follow, and they did. And so facts, people, okay? But I love that all so much. Okay. Okay, the next girl that we are going to introduce tonight is Siuila. Siuila, can you go ahead and unmute yourself, share your story? This girl is so green, guys. I'm so excited for you guys to hear from her.
Okay, can you hear me?
Did I say your name right?
Siuila. Okay, so hey guys, my name is Siuila, but I have everyone call me Wheela just because it's easier. I'm originally from American Samoa, but I'm currently in Anchorage, Alaska because I'm a military spouse, but I'm also a stay-at-home mom. I'm fairly new to It Works. I've been in for 3 months, exactly 3 months as of today. So I literally signed up the last day of 2019. And God presented the opportunity to me when I was getting ready to leave my full-time job to be a stay-at-home mom. And I was really on the fence. So I just signed up as a customer to see if their products really do work, and they do. So after the 90-day challenge was over, your girl was running out of money, and I was like, okay, let's sign up. Okay, let's do something new for 2020. And literally 2020 is my year of adventure, to just try out new things, step out of my comfort zone. And that's what I did. And I joined the best team ever. Shout out to my Mana tribe. I know y'all are here. Hey sisters. But yeah, I started doing haps right away, but I was doing it blindly. I was just doing it because my enroller was like, okay, you need to do this because this is going to help you. But I didn't really know what I was doing or how to work it, but I understood the concept of it. And then a good month in, my enroller left, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna reach out to Cami, the Hap Queen, for help. And she was really prompt, and she was like, okay, let's set up a one-on-one Zoom so I can help you out. And she taught me all her Hap ways. And shortly after, I reached my first rank as executive, and I ended the month of February with 2,179 group volume. And yeah, I was shocked myself. So that was crazy. The way I work HAPS, like I get up at least 10 a day. And I was really struggling just to even get 7. When we were doing like the March boom chat, Cami was like, okay, put up 7. Like 5 was like good. I was like, okay, I can at least do 5. But when she started like upping the number to 7 to 8 to 9, I was like, oh my gosh, I was stressing out. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get kicked out of this boom chat because I can't get these last 2 haps, and I don't like to get kicked out. And my OCD kicks in because I'm like, no, it needs to be consistent. Like I'm super, super green. I'm like 80% green, and the other 20%, well, I'm not even like 18% yellow and 2% blue, no red. Not even gonna lie, I am not red at all. So, the most haps I got up in one day, since I like got the training and implemented everything that I learned from Cami and Lay. I had to shout out Lay from the Mana Tribe because she is like the hap queen of Mana Tribe. So she really helped me out too. I actually asked her to be my hap accountability buddy. And I think that also really helped me. So thank you, Lay. Thank you, Cami. But the most I ever got up in one day was like 30 haps. And that was like from struggling to get 7 to 30 in one day. In 124 hours, I got 30 up. And I was like, that was like a victory for me. I was like doing happy dance, like all the way. Even though I didn't sign an LC, I didn't sign like a DT at that very moment. I was like, dang, 30 haps, that's crazy, yo. Like what just happened? And this is where the green in me is gonna come out. So guys, I have a haps notebook. And it was a tiny one like this, but as you can see, it's all full. So I was like, you got to upgrade because I'm getting 30 haps up. So now I have a notebook, and it's a bigger notebook too. So literally I'll put up a giveaway post on Sunday. Like, right, I'm like waiting. Okay, what is the amount for next week? So I'll put it up Sunday right before I go to bed. I won't go to bed until I find out what that amount is. Everyone in the Ruby chat knows because I'm like, what's the giveaway for next week Sunday? And I'll put that up. And the very next morning, I'll have at least 30 or 40 responses, and I'll write all those people down in this notebook. And then I'll start, this is where I'm like really intentional. I'm like Cami just said, like she's really intentional about like who she has put up haps. And this was a tip that I got from her. So I would go to, I would quickly go through their profiles and see who has like a really huge following or just like 1,000+ friends. Those are the people I'll have do a giveaway hap for me, because then I like know it's almost guaranteed that I'll get another 40+ responses. And that just like means more friends and more potentials. And when I do that, I'll write a G next to their name, G for giveaway. And when I actually message them, I'll put a check mark so that I know that I gave this person, I sent this message already. And when they actually put a post up for me, then I'll cross out their name. So I know that I sent a giveaway post. Not giveaway post. I know what I sent them. I know that I actually messaged them. And then I know that they like posted for me. So it's like done. A tip that I got from Tracy with haps is one and done type of messaging. So I'll like, hey, thanks for responding to my giveaway. All you have to do is copy and paste the text below and tag me, and you'll get yourself an entry. And then the very next text is the hap that I want them to do. The reason I do it this way is because they can easily just right click, copy, paste, post, and it'll be done. And this kind of just makes it a lot easier for me. When I go through giveaway haps, I'll go through all the friends, and if I'm not, this is where I get all my 6 lists. So haps has helped me complete my 6 list multiple times throughout the day. I'll grow my network, I'll send my messages, I'll interact, I'll send, everything's done because of haps. So that's what haps has done for me, because I was really struggling also to like get my 6 list done. But yes, I'll add all of them. So I have like a script. I'll be like, I sent you a friend request and I'll message you upon approval. But if I'm already friends with them, I'll be like, I'll message you shortly, because I don't want to promise I'll message them like right there and then, because that time isn't always guaranteed. With my daughter, I kind of just work around her schedule. But yeah, so I'll do that. And then if I do a product post, I'll put a P next to their name and follow the same the same system, check mark, and cross out when it's done. And then if it's a distributor post, I put a D next to it. So that's that's green in me. And then if you guys haven't noticed, when I post my giveaway stuff for accountability, they're all color coded. So it's like green for giveaway because like money, and then blue is for distributors, and then orange is for like products. And that's just me. That's the green. But on Fridays, on follow-up Fridays and all throughout the weekend, I will go back to my list and I'll look at all the people that I haven't crossed out. And that's kind of like how I'll like work my follow-up list. A tip that I can give that's really helped me really get haps up is a lot of times people are like, what's this about? And what is this for? And like, what exactly am I doing this for? So that's when I get really personal and I'll be like, oh, we're doing this as a way to give back to the community and say thank you to those who support small businesses like ours by helping us spread the word about what we're about, what we're doing, what we have to offer. 9 out of 10 times after that conversation, those haps go up. So what I started doing is I just started incorporating that script into my giveaway hap response. So I'll be like, hey, thanks for responding, to my giveaway hap. We do these giveaways as a way to blah, 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 blah. All you have to do is blah, 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 blah. And then I feel like when I started incorporating that, 1, I'm being personal. 2, I'm just like being intentional too. But like, I feel like people are more likely to put something up for you when they know why they're doing it. So that's helped me. That's the only like big tip that was like a game changer. But this system that I just shared has really just helped me stay organized. And what's the last? Oh, what has HAP done for me since? So I send out messages all throughout the day, but I set aside 1 hour in the morning when my daughter goes down, or in the afternoon when my daughter goes down for her 1 hour nap. I use that time and 1 hour at night to really respond, or to focus on responding to all my product and distributor haps. So throughout the day, I'm sending messages and hoping that the haps will go up, but then we have to follow up on those, right? So I don't wait until like the end of the week. Every day I'm spending 2 hours of my day responding to whoever had responded to a product hap or a giveaway hap. And yeah, like I said, it just really helped me grow my network and really helped me get the word about the business out. And it really helps me like get my 6 list done. My OCD is like really bad, so I need to make sure I make check marks. And if I'm missing a check mark, it really bothers me. So, oh, how much has my network grown? Okay, so like before I joined, I was at, I'm gonna go to my friends to see how many friends I have right now. But I've been focusing mainly on Facebook. And okay, so when I started, I was at like 800, 900 followers, or almost 1,000 actually. Right now, I have 3,391 friends on Facebook. Also, people who view my stories and people who view my lives has also tripled. I used to like only have like 50, 60 people watching my lives. Not gonna lie, I now have like 300 people watching my lives, especially these past few days about the giveaway. I mean, the BOGO sale and the 49%, the $49 thing. So haps really do work. It took me to have to do this consistently. So it's kind of like a habit now. Now it's not like, oh man, I got to get haps up. It's kind of just like something that I do throughout the day. And I really do my very best to get 10 up. But lately, it hasn't been hard to get the 10. Lately, I've always been able to get more than 10 up. So sometimes like before the sun comes up in Alaska, I already have my 10 haps up. In the crack of dawn, 10 haps are already up. So I already like get to check that off on the boom chat on the March, our hap boom on the 2020. And yeah. Oh, what products do I do? So for product haps, I do the Skinny Brew and the Thermofite X, just because I feel like the audience that I have on my Facebook really responds to that. And I only am able to like say that because of all the stories and the wall posts. So I think about, okay, where am I getting the most responses? Like, what products am I getting the most responses on my story? Those are the ones I'm going to focus my haps on. And the thing with the Skinny Brew is if I don't sell a whole order, I will most definitely sell a sample. So I'm still making money. It's a win-win. And it's just been really exciting. I'm still maintaining my executive rank. I just checked, and I got my 2 qualified legs. They're doing really great. And I look forward to Ruby next month. But even though I'm not like hitting Ruby rank, I'm making more, like I'm bringing in more than Ruby volume, if that makes sense. So I like owe all of that, one, first of all, to like the Lord, because I know it's God who like gives these people those little nudges to just like, okay, do it for her, you know? And I pray over all my haps. I pray over this list every night before I go to bed. I'm like, Lord, I know these people don't have to do it, but please make them do it. Whatever it takes, please. And that, you know, prayer and consistency and just, you know, finding a way to stay organized and finding a system that works for me is what has really helped me with haps. But yeah, that's my only tip. My main tip is just, was that being personal thing. People are always like, some people are really picky about what they put up. But if you just tell them why they need to do it, or, you know, the purpose of all of it, a lot of times that's the game. That's what will make them want to do it. That's where the change of heart takes place. So thank you, Cammie, for the opportunity. I literally, like, I was rehearsing this all day. So that's also the green in me and the yellow. But thank you. That's all I have.
Oh, you're so amazing. I loved that personal tip. That's something I'm definitely going to incorporate into my business. So I will message you and let you know when it, I know, guys, wasn't she amazing? I messaged her and I was like, hey girl, I want you on my Zoom. And she's like, well, I don't know what I can offer, but I'm like, girl, what? No, she's awesome. And rank doesn't matter, girl. You're so awesome. But I thought it was so funny how whenever you were talking about organizing and you're highlighting and stuff, like your eyes literally lit up like you like looked at a brownie or something. And I was like, that's how you know a girl is green, when she is like excited for that kind of stuff. But you are going to hear from another girl who is greener than green. And I got to meet Cassie almost a year ago. We did a Zoom together, and I saw fire in her. I still see it today. So I'm so excited to now have her on a Zoom with me so that she can show you guys her green and just her fire side. So Cassie, can you go ahead and unmute yourself, girlfriend? Share your story with us. Tell us all about you.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm so excited. So I've been with the business for, was it a little over a year? I joined in October of 2018, and here we are. So I think me and Cammie, we got started around the same time, and when I saw her go triple in like 7 months, I was like, oh my God, like how? And you know, so that's how we got on the Zoom together. That's how I met her. I randomly messaged her. I was like, hey, I need all your tips and tricks. Tell me what I got to do. And we hopped on the Zoom. So that's how we met. But I've never actually met her in like real life, like in person. So that's like the joy of Zooms. Like I love Zooms because I'm able to meet so many different people. But anyway, yeah, so I've been doing this for a year, and I can't say that I started Host to Post right away. When I first got started, I only had maybe 400 friends on Facebook, and right now I'm working with like roughly around 2,000. So I mean, that's, you know, that's like give or take. Sometimes I'm deleting, I'm adding. I'm very picky just because when I am mass adding, I tend to like mass add like a lot of spam, like a lot of like people just sharing stuff or just negative things. And honestly, I don't know about you guys, but that really brings me down. Like if I see a bunch of negative stuff, it kills my vibe. I don't even want to get on Facebook. So the things that I do for this, like, okay, so I said, you know, I didn't start Host Post right away, but when I did, I was really scared. Okay, I'm like super nervous. I hate messaging people. I hate confrontation, everything, every little bit of it. But I always found it was easier that whenever I put up a Host to Post status or like, you know, something for somebody else to like comment on, and you know, they're actually interested in doing it, it was really easy. And you know, I just message all of them. Now sometimes I have Host to Post like posts that blow up like on my feed. Like whenever I'm, you know, asking people to enter for the giveaway, they will blow up. I'll have 100+ comments. And then other times I have like 5 comments, and I'm kind of like, hey, where is everybody that commented on it like a week ago? But so yeah, so it just kind of fluctuates sometimes. So sometimes finding those 10 people just to host a post for me for a day is sometimes kind of difficult, but then on other days there's like a surplus, so it's just kind of like give and take for me. I can't say that I get 10 up every day, but I am always pushing my best to try and get those up. So there's actually something that I wanted to show you guys because I am so green and I love it because it keeps me so organized. As you guys can see, I have my iPad here, right? Like I'm literally showing Gabby new things all the time. As you can see, I'm like super excited about it. But anyway, okay, so whenever anyone hosts a post for me, right, I'll message them, and then after they host a post for me, I'll go to the host a post that they did for me. I will save their post. So Cami actually told me this one. Like I learned this one from Cami. So I have collections on Facebook, like for March, for February, for January. Anybody that hosts a post for me during that time, I save them to that collection. And it's a way to like really stay organized with like who's posting for you. And that's just what I really like to do. So what I'll do is I'll go and I'll save that host a post that they did for me to that collection. I'll screenshot them, especially because I like to be, out and about during the day. I'm either walking my dog. I don't like to be stuck to like sitting down working the business, because then I kind of feel like I can't do anything. And then it's like, it almost like suffocates me. So I like to take screenshots while I'm doing whatever. So that's what I do. And then at the end of the day, I go into my Excel spreadsheet, which hold on, let's see if there it goes. So I go into my Excel spreadsheet, which you guys can see there's like, hold on, let's see. There's like millions of like entries, right? For who knows how long. And what I do is I organize them, by date, like whenever I put them in there. But the reason that I have them all like that is because after they host a post for me, I go back like the next week, or if I like need to message people to either become a DT or maybe a product or whatever they posted for me, I go back and I'm like, hey, you already did this for me. Like, this is exactly what I do. And then boom, I already have like 195 potential distributors. So it's just like, it's just an easy, simple way to do it because I've already broken that ice with them and I'm no longer scared to talk to them. They already know what I'm doing because they posted for me. So it's just those little things. Like I really enjoy that part. So that's how I do it. Let's see. So that's like my host to post system. A few tips, like here's like, let's see, I'm trying to think. So tip wise, something that I started doing was I had printed out my friends list. Well, actually my friends list has been programmed into that Excel spreadsheet. And basically what I do is I will go to each person that's on that spreadsheet and I will do literally all the things with that one person. So I'm either interacting with their page, I'm messaging them, I'm adding 10 people from their friends list or from a picture that they put, that like they shared or something, but I'm literally doing all the things, or I'm following up with them or asking them to like do a host a post for me, be a product tester, whatever it may be. And it's almost like I just hit all the things with that one person. So it's like, I'm just doing it all. I even do this on Instagram, although Instagram like host a post isn't like the best thing for me. So Facebook is like really where I get a bunch of my like host a post up. But yeah. That's really about it. How do your friends list program to the Excel spreadsheet? Yeah, I'll do a recording. It's actually really simple. I actually followed, it was Megan Carter's video. And basically what I did is I just copied and pasted it and put it right into my Excel spreadsheet. But I'll try to get that to you guys so you guys can use it, but it definitely helps. And then another tip too is I got my Instagram following into my Excel spreadsheet as well, so I'm able to literally go through and just like make sure I'm hitting everybody. It's just something that brings me joy. Like I'm like, okay, cool, because I'm really like check oriented, so I really like to cross things off my list. And if I don't cross anything off my list, or I feel like I'm not doing anything, then I feel like the day was just like so that's just what I really like to do. But yeah.
I just realized I was muted and I was trying to talk that whole time. Okay, it's fine. My life, right? So you said you did not start doing host post right away. So what made you start doing it? Because everybody on here, I know, okay, drop a 3 or a 4, whatever freaking number we're on in the chat. If you're on here because you just kind of want to learn about how to do this, but you're just still not sure if it's for you, you hear everybody hyping it up, but you're like, that's good for you, but it's kind of like taking tequila shots. That's cool for you, but like I'm gonna chill over here and just like sip my like Trulies. Okay?
Yeah.
So what made you just try it and do it?
Honestly, I think it was probably Gabby that got me to do it. Reason being is because, she's always sharing stuff in our group chat, always like egging us on. And she literally said one day, she was like, here, put this up. Me and her were talking because I've struggled a lot with my business. It's because of those like limiting beliefs and, things that you think you can't do it or whatever. You start to like really psych yourself out. And that's something that I really struggle with day in and day out. So me and her were talking and she's like, here, put this up and we're just going to see where it goes. And this was right when I was going for Diamond. So I put it up and it just started to blow up. And literally I've been working on the progress of like the process of how my host of posts will work, like how I want to stay organized, because when I feel like things aren't organized, I feel kind of like all over the place, like my mind isn't right. So it was definitely Gabby. She told me, here, put this up, and I put it up. Like, that's just how it went.
I love that. As a green, do you feel like it is easiest to start out with? You hear people all the time talk about 10 host posts a day, but do you think it's easiest because you have to be organized? I don't understand. I have some green in me, but I understand to an extent of if I tell a green to go put up 10 hosts to post to help their business boom, they're going to be like, but like, how do I do that? How do I keep track of all of it? You won't do it because you'll get overwhelmed. Do you feel like it's easier to do, let's start with 2 or 3 and see how that goes?
Yeah. So I think too is, at first I wasn't really counting. I just kind of went with the flow and would see how the day would take me. Sometimes I have 25, sometimes I have 10, some days there's like 45 and I can't keep up. And I'm telling Gabby, I'm like, oh my God, she goes, just be grateful. And, like I am, but I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't know what to do. So, yeah, I definitely, sometimes I feel like counting can hurt you. And I'm so guilty of this because I am so fixated on like a number that then when I can't reach it or like I don't hit it, then it's just like I feel like the whole day was a waste, or it's just like, so it's really, it can hurt you. But I feel like when you first start out, just getting anything up, like just to say that, hey, you know what, like I got something up today and that's a step in my business and that's progress. And this entire business is a work of progress. So that's just how I like to view it.
I love all that. Okay, so I'm going to share just one more tip before we go ahead and get off of here. And this is something that really, really, really helped me a lot in the beginning, before giveaway host a post were really a thing. I don't even know when we decided to start doing that. It was probably like 6 months ago. But okay, so here's a couple different things you can do. If you are not getting enough people that comment on your post about the giveaway, or if you're just running out of people, if you're doing host posts, giveaway host a post, but you're still running out of people, you're still trying to get it all down, you can message people who did host a post for you last week. Okay, now is a new week, and be like, hey girl, I know you were super excited to win that $350 last week. I'm so sorry you didn't win, but I would love to get you another entry into this week's giveaway. We're giving away $200. You would just throw up another post for me like you did last week, and I would love to get you entered for this one. Okay, so you can say that. You can also let them know too that if they get entered this week, they get entered for all the upcoming weeks for April. Okay, so that's one option. What I did a lot in the past was I didn't get mad if I talked to somebody about a product and they didn't order, because all that meant was that they just weren't going to order from me right then and there. But here was my mindset, is I said, okay, you're not going to order from me. That's cool. I'm red, guys. That's cool. But I'm going to find somebody on your friends list that will. Okay. You don't want to order from me. That's cool. But I'm going to have you post about the product you don't want to order right now. And I'm going to make you want to order it when all your friends blow up the host post. And so it works every time. I have them do a host post about the product that they don't want. And then they get like 5 comments and they're like, oh, okay, we'll go ahead and get started because all their friends want it now. So So they say, you know, just not right now, money's tight, blah, blah. I say, hey, no worries at all. Money's tight, right? Hey, no worries at all. I also wanted you to be in the loop about my $200 cash giveaway I'm doing this Sunday. Would love to give you a free entry. All you do is throw up a status like Sarah did, because they commented on a host of post right? Okay. Like your friend did, and I'll get you a free entry. Sound good? And almost 10 times out of 10, you've already had a conversation with them. You've already built somewhat of a relationship. They usually always say yes. Plus, if they're tight on money, what I get all the time is, okay, great. If I win this, then I can get started on product. So that's what they say. Third thing, okay, I literally have everybody I talk to host a post for me, and it just changes everything. They order from me. I say, hey, you know, I send them like the whole thing about message me, you know, all the thing afterwards. And then they say, thank you. And I'm like, oh, you're so welcome. Also, I wanted you to be in the loop about my giveaway that I'm doing this week, blah, blah, blah. Then I have them host a post about the product or products that they just bought. And then when anybody comments on their post, I say, hey, yeah, I just got Sarah started on the same package too. I tell them about it. That really, really helps a lot when they're like, oh, she just got started on that. That's awesome. I can do it too. So my tip is just get a host of posts out of everybody you talk to. If you're uncomfortable with it, watch trainings, reach out to people that you know can do this, and just ask for tips. But don't put it aside thinking that you can't do it, because it's going to hinder you way more. This is literally the best way to grow your business in every aspect. And I'm so passionate. I love it so much. But
can I add something real quick about the colors?
Absolutely.
Hi guys. This chat room was lit. It's probably like the best chat room I've ever been a part of on a Zoom. I was just like loving the comments, feeling like I just needed a glass of wine and we could all just be chilling together. But anyways, so here's the thing. You have to be self-aware, number one, of what your color is so that you know what your strengths and weaknesses are. But you also have to be aware that you can't use that as an excuse, because just because you don't have green in you doesn't mean you don't operate best when you are organized, because every single person on here who does not have green in them operates best when they're organized. Okay? Everybody operates best when there's organized. Blues will resist this, okay? If you're blue, you will resist this because sometimes you think that structure limits your freedom. But let me tell you something. When you have structure, it actually strengthens your freedom. It gives you more freedom, because when you have the structure and you get the stuff done, I bet you that the people who have the systems in place, they spend way less time actually doing their host-to-post work than people who aren't organized. So if you want to be efficient, and that's the name of the game for blues, right? Because we just want to get in and get it done, then you need an organization system. It doesn't mean that it has to follow you everywhere. It doesn't mean that you can't have mistakes. It doesn't mean whatever. And definitely doesn't have to be an Excel spreadsheet, but find what works for you. Okay. So don't take all these tips and feel super overwhelmed by this. If this does not work for you, take these tips and implement one of them. So many tips were shared on here tonight, and pick one. Okay, because if you can just implement one and actually consistently do it, I promise you it'll change your business. But if you get off here and you're like, okay, I'm doing this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this, in 2 days you won't be doing any of it. Okay, and so make sure you have that awareness. Now, if I know a lot of people, if your primary color is yellow, then what you have to do is you have to stop doing the number shaming thing that Cassie was talking about, because that's like a green thing, but it depends on your secondary color. It's also a yellow thing. So here's what you do is you focus on what your output was. What was your output? I'm not talking about how many did you actually get up. Okay. Yes, that's a good number, but where does that start? How many times have you posted about the giveaway? How many people have you messaged about the giveaway if you didn't get the comments that you wanted on the post about the giveaway? Like, you guys, I didn't have that many people to message, and I needed to get my 10 hosted posts up today. I mean, I didn't have that many people to message that commented on my giveaway post, and I never really have had that problem in a long time because I've typically had a lot. I literally went through my active friends list, went through Greenlight messaging, and messaged 50 people. Okay, because I was like, I'm gonna be damned if I just let this be the reason that I don't. And so go find different ways, but incorporate your own system. Okay. Don't be stressed out and try to implement so-and-so system and so-and-so system and so-and-so system, and you don't actually do any of it, because I've been down that road before. I'm telling you this from experience. It's like I'm the person that buys 7 planners and doesn't use any of them. Okay. And so make sure that you're just picking one system and you set yourself up for success. So decide today, what is something that you do? And if you're blue, don't ever put it away. Leave it somewhere you can always see it. Don't hide it under something. Don't put it in a drawer. Put it something, tape it up, put it somewhere where you can see it. Because if you put it away, it's the same thing with my planner. If I put my planner away and don't leave it open to the day that I'm focusing on, I'll forget to use it. Same thing with your host post. Print out that stuff. Like literally have it to where you can't miss it, because our brains don't function the same way right now. And so it's okay. That's all. I just wanted to give you guys like some grace and for yourself, because I think we can get off here and start to feel discouraged that like, oh my God, dude, I could never do what they do on host to post. And like, okay, I just can't do that. So I'm just not going to do it. But the reality of it is that all they did, the common denominator between all of these people is not the system that they used, but the fact that they all found the system. Okay, I'm done. Sorry. I could go on, but I'm just going to stop.
Yeah, no, I love that. We all found a system. We all just found what works for us. And that's what is important. And why I love host post, why I've been so passionate about it since the day I started pretty much, is because anybody can do it. And anybody can take their business anywhere they want to take it through host post. If you don't have the network you want, host post. You don't have, if your enrollments aren't where you want them to be, host post. If you're not organized like you want to be, host post. It helps so much. And so like Kelsey said, just find what works for you. It doesn't have to be what works for me. Find what works for you and run with it, but do it consistently. And that is what's going to create those habits. But thank you guys all so much for hopping on tonight. I love you guys all so much. Also, if host post is something that you're interested in doing, but you just don't really know where to start, I do daily host to post power hours. So it's power hour focused around host to post every morning, Monday through Friday now at 10 a.m. Central Time. And so it's on this code, 10 a.m. Central Time every single morning. We're all on here, play music, or we play some personal development, and we all focus on getting our 10 host to post up. We cheer each other on. And yeah, so if that's something that you are wanting to get into, you can always hop on those, and I would love to see you guys. But I hope you guys all have a great rest of your night. Thank you to the 5 ladies who were on here with me tonight and just blew it up and gave all their tips. This was amazing, and thank you for everybody for just spending your Tuesday with us. Yeah, love you guys. Bye.